Hi everyone, welcome back to our Joseki series. My name is Ryan and we are already in our 9Q to 1Q series. So today I will begin by showing the start point josekis for 9 to 1Q players. So again, we revisit our start point, but this time I will show you 5 more joseki. So again, we have the approach. Black plays the one space pincer, and white invades the corner. So remember when I mentioned in our last video, when black blocks on this side, there was an only condition that black had already a stone here and has some influence on this side. So assuming that black already has a stone here, white pulls back, then black extends. But now instead of white descending on the second line, white has another choice of extending here. Now this move has shown a lot of confusion, so today I will explain and walk you through this. So because white has a weakness here, black needs to utilize that to his advantage. So here, when black pushes, you can see that white has 2 cutting points. So now I'm going to give you a little bit to think about which side we should cut on. Okay, so if you guess that you should cut on the inside, that is the correct one. So when black cuts here, white attaris, and then black attaris, then white takes. So now the goal for black is not to save the stone back, but actually to hane on top. Now these 2 stones are very tight on liberties, so then white has to finish it off by capturing this stone. And now black attaris, then white takes, and then black comes back to protect this cut. So in this variation, white has a little bit more territory than before, while black has also more control on the outside. So this is the correct way to respond to that move. So the second joseki I will show today, again, it's with the normal approach and black pincers. But instead of doing something in the corner, white double approaches first. So this is actually a very common move to pay attention more to the other side. So the best way for black to respond is to attach. And after this attachment, white has multiple choices. So first I'm going to go through this hane. So when white hanes, black cuts as the only move, and then white attaches. So the purpose of this hane move is so that when white attaches here, black cannot block, because now black has a weakness here. So the correct move for black right now is to atari, capture that stone, and then white goes into the corner. So here white is taking corner territory and having a little bit of influence on this side. So the other way to respond, which is another joseki, is when black attaches on top, white can go in the corner directly. So the meaning of this move is that white doesn't want to exchange this hane. So because of that, it's bad for black to make this tiger's mouth, because now when white pulls back, this shape is very weak, and there's a weakness if black plays elsewhere that white can play here and use that stone. So this is a bad variation for black. So the correct response for black is to block on this side, then white pulls back, then black wedges and connects, then white connects, and then black extends, white protects the corner again, and then black pincers this stone. So we have another variation where black takes the outside and white gets corner territory here. So the other way to pincer is the 2-space high pincer. This pincer is sort of means that if white invades in the corner and black blocks, now this stone is at a further position. So if you remember this Joseki from last week, we have and then here. So this was one of the variations that we talked about when black had the 1-space pincer. But now if black has this pincer, this shape could be slightly better, but this is still acceptable for white. So instead of going into the corner, again, just like the 1-space pincer, white has a choice of playing the double approach here. Now with this double approach, most of the time when you get double approached and you have a start point stone, you should attach on one side. Now, which side should we attach? We should usually attach on the stronger stone. But in this case, we actually should attach here because of the later variation. So you will see in a minute, when white hanes, black extends. So now when white invades into the corner, black plays the tiger's mouth, white pulls back, and then black ataris here. So black gains control of this while white takes the corner in sente. So notice that in this variation, this stone is in a pretty nice position here. And the reason why we shouldn't attach on the other side is because if we attach here, white hanes, and then goes into the corner, now if black plays the tiger's mouth, which is the correct move in this case, be careful, pay attention that you should almost never block on this side, because when white pulls back, this shape is too efficient, and while the black shape is very cramped and not very good. So we should always play the tiger's mouth. But in this case, after the tiger's mouth, black can capture this stone, but now this stone is not in a very good position. So this is why this is the very special case that black attach on the side where white actually has the weaker stone. So now when black attaches, white also has the choice of going directly in the corner, which is the last Joseki. And in this case, black blocks, white pulls back, then black wedges, connects, then white plays tiger's mouth, black ataris, white connects, and then black pincers. So again, we have another variation where black takes the outside and white takes the corner. Okay, so there we have it. Those are 5 more josekis for players between 9 to 1Q. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I will get back to you. So remember to subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you next time with 5 more josekis.